Hi guys, it's Rishmina and welcome back to the Peppy Podcast. Welcome. In today's episode, we're talking about how to choose the people that you're close to. The people we surround ourselves with in life have a huge impact on us. They say that everyone is an amalgamation of the 5 people that they're closest to. The people that you're close to have an influence on your thoughts, your emotions, your behaviors in ways both positive and negative. So if the people who we're close to matter so much, how do we decide who to be close to? If I'm being totally honest here, I think it's very difficult to know if somebody is worth your time or not. It takes a few encounters before you realize what kind of nature someone has. Unless you know someone from a very young age, you don't really know them that well to predict if they are going to bring you down or lift you up. And the things you can actually focus on are how the relationship makes you feel and how it leaves you feeling after the interaction is over. So when you interact with someone, notice your feelings, focus. Do you feel recharged and refreshed? Do you feel safe around them? Do you feel like you're able to be vulnerable with them? Do you feel like when you say something, do you feel like you're being heard and they're trying to understand? Do you feel like they're supporting you? If you feel these things, they're all signs that the person is really good for you. The biggest way that I can tell if someone is good for me or not is by telling them when something really good happens to me. When I tell someone some good news, I closely observe their reaction. I see if they're happy for me. Do they genuinely support me? Do they want to go and celebrate? Are they excited? Are they dancing? On the other hand, there are some people whose face changes. They get jealous, they get competitive, they don't actually feel happy for you, but they try to cover it up by making weird comments. They will instantly start taunting you or bringing you down and nitpicking and finding faults in the things that you're doing to not let you have your happy moment. And they have no business taking that happy moment away from you because it's yours to celebrate. But people like that can't be happy for you because they can't really be happy for themselves. So sometimes some people are really just not on your wavelength. You don't match with them. That doesn't mean that you need to have negative feelings towards them. You can just live your own life, do your own thing, and connect with other people who you have more in common with and who you can have a better time with. So I've decided that I want to spend time with people who fit my future and not my past. There are a lot of people who I used to be close to at one point of time but don't feel that close to anymore. And just that we don't have the same kind of things to bond over anymore, that doesn't really mean that I'm in the wrong or they're in the wrong. People grow apart and that is also part of growing up. But when you choose someone who is good for you in the present moment, you actually choose your happiness and you're doing yourself a really big favor. The other ways that I can tell if somebody is good for me or not is seeing if I can be 100% myself around them. Can I be silly? Can I be loud? Can I be honest? Can I share opinions that are not very popular? Can I just really be me? And I check if I feel comfortable enough to do that with someone. If I feel like I always need to put up a mask in front of someone or put up a facade, or if I need to try and be a certain way around them to get their approval, then there's probably not much use in being close to somebody like that because I'm having to mold myself to fit what they want. And in the process, I'm losing myself. And that's not something I'm really ready to do. I believe that I deserve healthy connections. I deserve the kind of connections that make you glow from the inside out, that leave a skip in your step and that leave you feeling really relaxed and calm And most importantly, that leave you feeling really grateful that the person exists in your life. We all know certain people who can fill up an entire room with their positive energy. Sometimes I go somewhere and somebody walks into the room and the entire room's energy shifts the minute they walk in. Everybody's body language changes, everybody's eyes are looking at them, and everybody wants to go and talk to them. And that person who's just walked in has not said a word, has not done a thing. It's just their energy that has drawn everybody in. We also all know people who are very low energy, people who you feel drained after interacting with, who are always cribbing and always have things to complain about. Now, I'm not saying that you always have to be positive. I'm not saying that people don't have difficult times and bad phases in their life. That's normal. Everyone goes through that. I'm talking about a pattern here. I'm talking about when you interact with someone over, say, 10 different points of time, how do you feel after all those 10 times on average? If you feel bad after 10 times of interacting with them, that's probably a very negative person who's draining you. Whereas if you're talking to someone and 8 times you have a good interaction and 2 out of 10 times you don't because that person is low, that's still understandable because they might be going through something. So that's fine in my opinion. Now, I think of conversation as an energy exchange. This is something one of my friends said to me. And she said that if you have no energy left in you, you can't go and give any more to somebody else. So you need to firstly be on the positive end of the energy spectrum to give your positive energy to someone else. They found in a Harvard study of adult development that how happy we are in our relationships have a powerful influence on our health. And they not only predict our mental well-being, they also really influence our longevity. So the secret to a long life is a deep, meaningful relationship, deep, close connections. So choose the people in your life carefully because you deserve to be happy and to be treated well and to feel great and to live a long, healthy life. So that brings me to the end of my episode. Thanks for listening, and I will see you next time. Bye.